Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Brutal Legend. So, we're back exactly where we left off, and we will be doing a little bit of the secondary mission stuff in this video, but actually, in order to do that, we need to advance the main
I'll
plot.
find a way over the gorge soon.
We know you will, Eddie.
I realized a little bit after starting recording that going back there straight away is actually, what do you say, spoilerific. So, what we'll do is we'll actually advance the plot and then head back there when it actually makes sense to do so and we don't actually ruin the fun. It always felt weird to me that Eddie suddenly professes knowledge about this gorge you've never seen. Now, I know maybe they've explored the territory in the 3 months that they've been here. It just seems weird they wouldn't have tried to get over the gorge in 3 months. I don't know. Just a strange bit of storytelling. Always rubbed me the wrong way.
Just marching around, kicking
There's a few
ass.
Doom Dorks fighting our Ironhead forces over here, so we'll just get some free fire tributes real quick. Die! There we go. And in case you're curious, there are a few things over here. We have both an artifact of legend, which is nicely just straight up given to you right off the side of the road, and there's also a metal forge over here, so you don't have to trek all the way back into the old world. What do you got for me this time, Buster?
The Titans mined Ormagodon's steel flesh from the ground and found it retained the beast's desire for speed. They forged swords that flew through the air so fast they could not be seen, and armor so light it made their warriors run faster. They made chariots so quick it was hard to find beasts fast enough to pull them. And so they abandoned the beasts and made giant vehicles that moved with their own power. These colossal hot rods were a rolling temple to Ormagodon, forged from his gleaming flesh. They had a fiery engine for a heart that roared with the mighty god's death cry, scattering the Titans' enemies as they carried their civilization across the globe.
And there's the origin of cars. Oh hey, that's familiar.
Ha! A bridge! Kinda.
Alright, so this bridge is actually what we're supposed to be scouting out for. It's actually straight off the entrance to, or at least an entrance back to Lion White's place up over here. Which is ironic that we're playing this exact same music again, but whatever. Okay, so let's head to the gorge and see what that's all about.
Hey Mangus, come here. You gotta check out this bridge I built. Yeah. You see, Mangus? Those guys from yore really understood the value of craftsmanship.
And look, people are using it already.
Hey, look, Eddie. I finally got myself a car. It's got a special seat in the back. Just for you.
Ophelia, what have you done?
Well, you know, after you tore out my heart and left me for dead, I'll admit I was a little down. But then I pulled myself together. Started making new friends.
Daviculus is not your friend. Can't you see he's using you as a tool against us?
And I began to use all that stuff you taught me, Eddie. And you know, you taught me so much. You taught me about trust, and loyalty, and betrayal. And you also taught me the power of music. Here's a little song that I've been dying to play for you.
Mangus, back up.
Dang. Well, so much for driving to our deaths at the Sea of Black Tears.
No, I can fix this. But it's gonna take about 5,000 cubic buttloads of scaffolding to do it.
What?
Yeah, I know. The only place that has the stuff we need. Yep!
Is back in Bladehenge. So come on. What are we waiting for?
In case you're curious, that song was actually recorded by Lita Ford for this game specifically. That's why it's so goddamn specific. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a song that actually tells Ophelia's tale and includes the word Sea of Black Tears in it before. But regardless, our real objective right now is to head back to Bladehenge, which is ironic, being that that's exactly what I wanted to do, saying this would be a secondary mission video.
Terrible things have happened here. It will always be a sad place now.
No kidding. Well, the cleave doesn't look any different. Wow, I'm pretty certain that was a giant stone anus. Stupid freaking arrows.
By the blood of Ormagodden,
Kind of crazy weather we're having.
the Coil have infested the land.
Guess they moved in while we were hiding out in Death's clutch.
We should never have left Bladehenge unprotected.
They wouldn't dare. And I mean, really, how long have we been gone?
So as you can tell, the Bladehenge area and I don't know, whatever. These places don't really have names. This entire area we were in previously has been infected by the tainted coil and is now very, very dark and red toned. Plus there's a bunch of demons running around instead of headbangers, or what do they call them? Glam bangers? I don't really care. Regardless, General Lion White's troops are just gone. They're not going to be seen pretty much ever again, I don't think.
Whoa, we've been gone a while. Look, one enemy at a time. Let's take care of Ophelia first, and then we'll come back here and run the ugly kids out of town, okay? We'll have a huge party, I swear, but first we need some scaffolding.
Thank God scaffolding grows on the ground in this universe. Alright, so we head over to said scaffolding. And there's a mission starts. This will be another escort mission, so really quickly I'm just going to grab some new music. Or I've already done that, never mind. On to the mission!
There's the stuff.
The cubic buttload?
Yeah, more or less.
Well, let's call Mangus so we can get out of here.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, it's all loaded up. Now can we please get out of here before someone... notices us?
Everybody in the bus, move!
The concept for this mission is going to be exactly the same as the previous bus mission. What we need to do is just stop the tick choppers.
See something out out my left window.
Mangus again will call him out, and we blow him up. Pretty simple. Now there is something we can actually talk about. If you notice in the background, we have the song Thieves by Ministry playing. The reason for this is due to the fact that the demons, much like Ironhead and Drowning Doom, have their own theme music. Drowning Doom's theme, as we've said before, is black metal. Ironhead is classic or just heavy metal. And what we have here for the demons is industrial. You'll be hearing a lot of the industrial music throughout whenever demons are on, or when we have missions that primarily focus on demons. Which kind of goes along with that whole S&M wear. And I think they pulled a lot of that from Marilyn Manson and stuff like that. But basically, that's where the industrial stuff comes from.
Got him!
So there is one bonus here. Actually, we don't need to deal with this guy. This guy's he's a demon guy. We just need to deal with tick choppers. So the bonus is that now that I have these mines, I can just constantly lay mines. Anytime you hear that doot sound, that's me dropping a mine. It makes this incredibly easy because there's a lot of tight spaces that the demon, monkey, devil dudes have to go through. So if you just lay mines pretty consistently, you'll take out most of them. See right there, you can see that they definitely ran into that. Anytime the screen shakes, just assume I've murdered someone, even though it looks really boring. Oh shit, that one was close. So was that one. So again, we're going a little off the road from the bus. Oh god, fuck that up. Hopefully there won't be too many out there.
Out of the way!
Oh, son of a bitch.
Nice!
Excuse me one sec while I play catch up.
Yeah!
Okay, now back to mines. And we'll do a lot of them. Pretty certain those guys just went the wrong way. The only difficulty with the mine laying strategy is that once someone gets ahead of you, it's very difficult to juggle between rocket launcher and mines. They kind of have cooldowns that are a little bit separate from each other. It makes it annoying. You can get them behind you though. Everything's good. Oh shit.
Got him!
Come on, mines, do your trick, do your trick, do your trick. There we go. Right in the center. One to grow on.
Yeah!
Okay, we are actually moving past Death's Clutch. Remember, the location we need to get to is the bridge, so it's a little bit longer than you may expect. God, that bus is just flailing around. Thankfully, there are head splitters here at the end, so even if you're swarmed, they will sort of take care of it for you. Alright, so I'm giving up from here. Next time you hear from me, it will be from Future Me. Take it away, Future Me. After the cutscene, though. Don't be a dick.
Dude, you know I love the pyro, but from now on we gotta be a little more stealthy. We're trying to surprise Ophelia, remember?
Hey, man, it's okay. We made it. You gotta chill out. What the hell was that?
You don't want to know.
Hey guys, future me here. So, from here on out, it's a clip show. And apparently a poorly edited clip show. So I have to fix that right now. There, it's fixed. You'll never even know what happened. Anyway, I killed the boars. So the next thing I did is I was looking for some other stuff and I ran into another artifact legend, so we'll go ahead and check that out now. After punting that guy. Like you do.
After she was used to lure Ormagodon to his death, Etulia was left to cry alone in the darkness for an eternity. She wept for so long, her tears turned into an ocean of pure sorrow, and she turned to dust. Whomever drinks from this ancient sea of black tears is granted some of Etulia's power, but also cursed with her all-consuming grief. Most tear drinkers go mad and destroy themselves and everything around them in a murderous rage. The Titans dropped a mountain on top of the sea to keep themselves safe from its allure. But it is said that through the cracks in the mountain you can still hear Etulia singing, inviting passers-by to come lose themselves in her sad waters.
God, I love the art in those things. All that stuff's by Scott Campbell, and I fucking love him as an artist. I have a bunch of his stuff. Anyway, here's another secondary mission type.
Hey, nice lift. Can I get an oil change and a lube job?
Oh, man! Eddie Riggs! Oh, can I just say what an honor it is to finally meet you, Mr. Riggs? Whoa, okay. I cannot believe you came all this way to test out my hydraulic death rack!
Death rack?
Yeah! That's why you're here, right? So we can hoist you and your world-famous deuce into the sky? Yeah. Then when the attacking hordes show up, you rain down on them with your car-mounted arsenal of death!
That sounds like the best thing ever.
Okay, I'll give this thing a shot.
Right on! I cannot wait to find out if this thing is structurally sound.
How long do I have to wait up here?
No. I chose this location because it gets attacked all the time. Heads up, Mr. Riggs! Here they come!
So we have the Death Rack. Basically, it's a stationary cannon in which we use whatever weapons you've equipped the Deuce with to shoot stuff. Just note that if you buy the lightning stuff or some of the later weapons, it can actually make it more difficult. Anyway, it works basically, like I said, like a stationary first-person shooter. You put things in the cursor and blow it up. That's pretty much it. The only thing that's of note right now is the fact that the guys we're fighting are demons because the place has been taken over by demons. Had we done this earlier, it would have been General Lion White soldiers. Also, when we go back to the little dude, take a look at the goggles he's wearing. Again, this character is played by Richard Horvitz, and it is essentially a nod to Raz from Psychonauts. He's wearing pretty much the exact same goggles. Although now he's a metalhead and looks nothing like Raz at all. This guy is pretty damn tough. Didn't seem to matter much. You just, shoot him till he falls. I've actually shot these guys out live in the wild with a car. It takes about the same amount of shots. And you just back up so they don't hit you. Whatever. You can see we've got a mix of, there's a Warfather back there. Here's one of the explodey dudes. Running around are some Soul Kissers, which are the basic demon melee unit. There's also the Dominatrixes and the Slave, who basically are the archer, and the archer that explodes, which we saw in the Killmaster mission. Yeah, I really wish we wouldn't see demons. I'd like this to be over already. This is stupid. They're really small, makes the Death Rack stuff a little bit harder than necessary.
Dead ants from up here.
They are dead ants, Michael.
Whew, we made it.
Alright, so then I went into the Death Death Forge. What the fuck does Death Forge from? Metal Forge is what I meant to say. I'm gonna eat candy. That's kind of rude. Shouldn't eat candy while I'm recording.
You have interrupted the Guardian of Metal's nap. Metal noise, blood and fire. Tell me what you most desire.
So there's some new upgrades here.
Take care of your car.
We're gonna grab
Sure you don't want
more
just a little
performance
more? Who are you trying to impress?
and even more armor.
The maximum protection the law will allow.
It's
Someone's
ridiculous.
a little paranoid.
I get it.
Something to keep you company on style is important. There's
We also
no
have
shame
paint
in
jobs.
looking good. We can buff out the
Feel
stretchy
free
wall
to
around it.
vote if you guys want any of
Shiny.
these paint jobs. I will pick whatever one you guys want.
Majestic.
They're really hard to see though.
Oh, I hate puns.
I get it.
That's grim.
I like how he says he hates puns and then says that's grim.
Why? Now here's where things get interesting. Why don't you make someone else ride your lightning for a change?
Bolt throwers I really don't like. Heat seekers are a little bit better. Bolt throwers, while
Just a little
powerful,
extra something
miss a
there.
lot.
These speakers really pack a punch.
I also don't like the subwoofer. They kind of work much like the
Okay, see you later,
roadie
Guardian.
units, but whatever.
Rock and roll!
Alright, so no more of that. Next up, we got a race mission. There's only one of these in this area. Maybe ever again. And not actual races like with the dude with the car. This is actually a timed mission.
So are you the keeper of the sacred beer tree? Dream job.
No, man, it's a nightmare. My job is to deliver the beer from here down to the beach for the big party. But every time I try to walk some down there, it gets all warm.
You can still drink warm beer, you know.
No, I mean the sun. It gets all warm, and I have to stop under a tree and drink some beer, and, you know, it just goes so fast.
I'm starting to see the problem.
You want to give it a try?
I'll do it, but I want you to know roadies do more than haul beer around.
What's a roadie?
This, unfortunately, is one of those missions I probably should have done earlier, because it doesn't make as much sense when, you know, the world's already been invaded by demons, but I don't know, I guess there's some... Oh god, that was pretty bad. Look at that, you can see the water spraying off the back of the car. Anyway, beer spraying off the back of the car. Basically, the idea behind this mission is you want to make sure that you are trying to keep everything as safe as possible, while also not doing that or that, since those things explode, and you want to get there in the time limit. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they're throwing a beach party, but actually, even if you do beat these missions, the beach party never goes away. So, I guess there's some sort of comfort knowing that even if I do it late, or whenever, these headbangers are so dumb, they'll still party in the middle of a goddamn demonic invasion. And I don't even know if that's dumb, or if that's amazingly awesome. Either way, the beer belongs at the party. Sorry, I'm getting lost. Or I was getting lost. It's amazing how many times you check the map while playing and don't realize you're doing it. You can do it again? Oh, you checked the map again. Even when all I had to do was go straight. That's amazing. I'm terrible. So once we get there, there is another mission at the party, and I don't think we even have to cut for that one. Oh god. Sweet. And yeah, the mission at the party is sort of simple. I think it actually kicks up right away, so. Alright, so this guy right here has the mission.
Awesome party. This party sucks, and it's all your fault.
What?
Well, everything was great until you recruited those Thunderhog Riders. Sure, they heal us and keep us from bleeding to death and stuff, but they're stealing all the women. I've been trying to talk to that girl over there, but every time I get close, one of those jerks moves in and cramps my style. Of course, if I had some help. Someone to be my wingman.
Listen, you go sweet talk your lady. I'll round up some headbangers and keep those other dudes from getting too close.
Really? Well, this isn't just a scheme so you can swoop in on her yourself.
No, I'll totally steer clear of you guys. Now just relax and be yourself.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing.
Alright, so basically we have to be his goose, only we don't die at the end.
Not over here. This must be out there.
Alright, so you see the little ring down there? We need to prevent any of the Thunderhog Riders from getting inside the ring, and if you hit them, they turn back and head the other way, sort of like Root Beer Tapper, I guess. Best way to do this is to gather up a mosh pit, and then just knock them once, and then head back around. You only have to do this for a minute, and it's actually kind of hard to lose, especially if you just, you know, you kind of just sit there in the center.
Hey, baby.
Huh?
Eddie! That guy's getting too low!
Huh?
Take care of that guy, Eddie.
I love her voice actress.
Real man.
What's that?
You like to ride the wind?
That guy's
You like to
too
spend
close.
some time with a
Take
real
care of
man?
that guy, Eddie.
What's that?
How'd you
Where's my
like to
wingman?
spend some time with a real man?
Take care of that guy, Eddie. Eddie!
You like to
That
ride
guy's
the
getting
wind?
too low.
What's up, mama?
Where's my wingman?
And then guy gets girl. Aw, such a precious story. Alright, next up we got a quick clip of another race.
You break down again?
She ain't broke. She's just waiting for her next victim.
Looks like she's waiting for a tow truck to me.
That does it. Time for you to learn some respect.
God, I love this guy. Alright, so another race, straight here from where we were at, which is nice and all. Pretty much the same concept, although we kind of see a little bit more of the devastation to the land. Not really. It's just more red. You know, come to think of it, I don't think they even bothered using that S&M gear restraint stuff anywhere other than Bladehenge, so yeah, it's just brown or red. Thankfully, this race isn't particularly difficult or anything. You just need to make sure you stay on the track, and I don't recall anything special about it, except for that part. Oh, hey. Free fire tributes. There wasn't even lightning plugs there. Whatever. Cool. Making you turn on a hill there was a little bit dick, too. But whatever. It's all pretty solid still.
The sun got in my eyes.
Hey, leave these poor deer alone, will ya?
These aren't deer. They're monsters.
They look like deer to moo. Mother of God, what's wrong with their mouths?
They've been infected by the tainted coil, taken to their labs and experimented on, tortured, injected, tainted, and then set free again. If I don't kill them, they'll spread their toxic plague to the rest of the herd. I've seen you running them down with your car.
What? I have not.
Won't you help me kill all these tainted deer?
I don't like it, but you're right. The herd needs a thinning.
I love that particular reading. The Mother of God is fantastic, and so's the little bit there where it's like, I have not been running him over my car. I love it. It's great. Okay, so basically this is actually hunting as we were hunting. It's basically a hunt combined with a race. You need to stay in the range of the raptor elks, and you need to shoot them down or run them over. The only really big dick thing is occasionally they will run through territory that you can't quite traverse, and their bodies have collisions, so you can actually, like, you know, disrupt your own flow by driving over their heads. It's a weird sentence. Oh god, no. Wow, I'm not even playing and I'm still getting into it. Anyway, yeah. That didn't look like it should have worked at all. But yeah, here's what you can see what I'm saying. They start juking across terrain that you can't necessarily drive through very easily. Once they get on a straightaway, you're pretty much okay.
That's it! You got them all!
Just doing my part to help Mother Nature. Can't believe something as ugly as you killed something as cool looking as that.
Oh, I've killed way more Talisks than this one.
How many?
5.
I can beat that easy.
I'd get moving if I were you.
Talisks are those giant monsters with the metal jaws that look pretty awesome and are almost impossible to find when you're trying. It took me 45 minutes to defeat this, but in the meantime I ended up finding this.
Titan civilization exploded with new art and technology. Their cities flourished with culture and echoed with the sound of pounding metal as gleaming skyscrapers were hammered out of Ormagodon's flesh and vaulted against the sky. From this collision of artistic passion, invention, and sonic overload, a new kind of music was born. It was as hard and heavy as the fire beast's metallic flesh. It had the power of his blood, the heat of his fire, the speed of his flight, and the mighty roar of his death cry. But it also had the angelic beauty of Etulia's song, and a touch of her mournful wail. Its words told the story of a fierce and noble age. It was an anthem of the people, and they called it heavy metal.
Anywho, back to the hunting. So I eventually found it and killed all of them. Like I said, this took about 45 minutes.
You have been slayed and filleted.
And the one thing I was going to say is that once you've completed, you'll notice if you go back to the map that the destination to turn it in is now all the way over in fucking nowhere. So next video we will actually take a look at the secondary missions in the ice world, since we're about to leave that place too.